Peace, family. P.A. Finley coming to you live, aka thePafWay. This is going to be part 2 of the science of breaking chains. Going ahead and conclude what I was saying in part 1. Again, I don't envy those who still have parents that must question the things taught by their parents. A part of breaking chains is accepting, at the very least, the possibility that some of those chains was passed down through your parents. Listen, your parents still love you. They still want the best for you. It's not their fault. You know, they were just passing down to you what was passed down to them. No one ever really asked the legitimacy of what was being passed down. And a lot of those things that was passed down, I'm just here to, I know this is tough to hear. And I don't mean no disrespect, because I know how it is about moms, man. Believe me, I was into many fights about moms. So I get and understand the seriousness and the depth of what it is that I'm talking about. But if we're going to be breaking chains, we have to accept at least the possibility that some of those chains was passed down by our parents. Now, I believe that it is not a disservice or a dishonor to break chains handed down to you by your parents. I believe the opposite. I believe that it is an honor and a service to do this. Because, again, they only passed down to you what was passed down to them. It's not their fault that they didn't question what was passed down. It's not their fault. Please understand and have a forgiving heart. Don't be mad. Believe me, a lot of your anger is rooted in the conflict that deep inside something is wrong, but your parents say it's right. That deep inside something is right, but your parents say it's wrong. There is conflict there. It's hard to go against what our parents tell us and teach us. And it's astronomically harder when they're still alive and present in your life. I do not envy you. I do not envy you. And I don't go around talking about what people should do or shouldn't do when it comes to topics like these. I only tell and speak to you and say, maybe you should take a look at it. Hey, pain is a thing. You know, breaking chains is going to be painful, not painless. There's going to come a time after you've broken so many chains, that it's going to become painless. But it's not so, because you think those chains are you. I'm here to tell you they're not, but that's my point of view. What do I know? I can only tell you what I've done, and I can only tell you how I've done it. There are certain misinformations that I've learned that my mother taught me and gave to me. It's not, I'm not disrespecting her. I feel like I'm respecting her. This is what she would want me to do. You know, if she was here, would I be doing this? Probably not. I'd probably be doing something else, maybe akin to it, but I wouldn't be as deep as I am into it. I can't see that. I simply don't know how the conscious community is going to do this work. I guess my message is to those who don't have parents. But I can tell you, there's some of us that has done this work and have parents. Those people need to speak up. Those people need to leave comments. Those people need to make their voices known, because it's a work that needs to be done, but it needs to be encouraged by someone who has done it and still have parents. That's got to be a science in itself. So I call out to those who are like me and then have done the breaking of chains that's directly linked and connected to the parent. I believe that breaking the chains from the parents is the most important work, because everything else is simplified after that. The parent is the one, it's like they're gods to us. And if they're still living and you've been living on this planet for a few days, the more they live and the more you live, the more gods they are. And to deny a God, to go against a God, especially, and you know while they're living, man, they're not going to just allow you to up and break a chain. They're not going to just sit idly by while you denounce Christianity or Islam. Most people's lives is built around it. It just makes your job even that much more difficult, but I still believe it can be done. Now, I call out to those who have broken these chains with their parents still living. I think it's vitally important that you make yourself known and be an example to those and show people what you did and how you did it in every situation. You know, we're talking about, as it turns out, I am a bundle of chains. As it turns out, I have way more chains than I think I have. But my focus is not on all chains. My focus is on the chains connected to slavery. Those are the chains I'm focusing on. Because to me, those are the chains that are the most disrespectful to me and my kind, and my family and my folks, and my people. That is, anything connected to slavery, it is paramount that I break those first. I go to the hardest, the toughest. It is the hardest and the toughest, but that's where I gotta go. Because I need to be free to think as I will. I need to be free to think as I will. I need to be free to receive as I will. And if anything's connected to slavery, it's just, listen, to me, it's just not healthy. It's not good. It's not right. It's just, there's nothing good out of this. Something connected to slavery that I got from slavery. I have this way of life. I have this way of thinking. I have this way of living that is connected to slavery. I'm looking. I'm about to end this, definitely part 3 coming up. But I'm looking for the one who is adamant about something good coming from slavery. I'm looking, whoever you are, to stand up and say, I disagree. Just because it came from slavery doesn't mean it's bad. I'm looking for you. Actually, I'm kind of not. But I'm wondering who can argue this point. With that, I'm going to go ahead and close this. I'm going to start part 3 momentarily. Thank you so much for listening. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment and let me know what you think about this science of breaking chains. All right? I am a chain breaker. This is what I do. This is how I live. This is what it is. And anything is in my way is getting out of it. I'm getting it out my way because I need to be the best person I can be, and I can't be the best of anything with chains. With that being said, peace out, one love.